goes on.
Hi my loves, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing my experience with you verbally at the Nigerian Immigration Commission office in London. Yes, and I'll also be inserting some clips that I was able to take. Fine, I will tell you why I couldn't get a lot of clips while I was in the building itself. But firstly, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome back to our little family where we share information, where we learn and unlearn and do so many other things together. I believe you will love it here if you stay. So please don't forget to subscribe, share this video if you feel you need to, and don't forget to like and pass a comment on this video. Thank you so much.
So I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your hard-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own.
I met a subscriber in person. Shout out to you. Promise, if you're watching this video. I'm laughing because she was like, oh, do you mind capturing the moment, taking pictures and videos? And I'm like, oh no, I'm so tired, I don't want to, because it was a hassle for me. So I traveled by road. I went by road because I didn't want to stay in any Airbnb or in a hotel because I felt it was going to be boring for me because I had to embark on the trip alone. So I left from Glasgow at night and then I got to London in the morning. So that was perfect for me. I just took care of myself and then I went straight to have breakfast, after which I went straight to the Nigerian Immigration the Nigerian High Commission. So after that, when I got there, I mean, my appointment was for 11 o'clock, so I did well to get there by past 10, 2 minutes past 10, right? So ordinarily you would expect that, oh, your appointment is 11, you would just hold on for some minutes and then it will get to your turn and they will tell you to go in, because in my head I'm like, okay, their process here should be different from the process back at home. But girl, I was shocked. That was not the thing. The case was different and I was so disappointed because I expected that by 11 o'clock or maybe a few minutes to 11, like I said, I should be in, but I wasn't. Well, I was, and then I waited for 11 o'clock to come. Apparently my friend Adiola, who I met at the place, she got there before me, right? And then her appointment was also for 11 o'clock, and I bet you there will be a lot of people who had appointments for 11 o'clock, not just the two of us. So that was the situation. So we had to wait, and then we're just there, several people. I am not even kidding, I'm not even exaggerating now. We should be over 100 in that small space. And then they have a space underground, and then they have another space where you would finish all of your processes and capturing upstairs. So that was fine for me. And then we got inside, we sat down, we got numbers, they started calling people. Some people went, submitted their documents. They said people who wanted to do an application for the first time should stay in a particular place. People who wanted to renew should stay in a place. People who had lost passports should stay in a place. So they had to like create like segments so they would know who and who is yet to get captured or their documents are yet to be checked. And shout out to one particular man. That man was coming out to say, okay, number this and number this, go upstairs, just so we have a free space downstairs. So shout out to that man. In fact, that man is the real MVP. I'm not saying that every other person that was not working, maybe they were doing their thing, but it was underground. But I felt like that was not necessary. They had about 8 counters, and it was just this counter number 1, which is for that man, that was actively working. That I was saying every other person, I mean, it was like they were just there to joke and play and then do 1 or 2 little things, and probably they were doing things there. But I felt 8 counters, they should have like 6 counters that will be attending to people to make it faster. So that was the situation for downstairs. Now we were there. Immediately I got there, to even enter, I was told, before you enter, turn off your phone, put it in the locker downstairs. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm going to a primary school or a secondary school, because the last time I heard that kind of thing would be maybe when I was writing examinations in my uni days in Nigeria. I feel that was the last time I heard that kind of thing. It felt so strange to me. But of course, when you're in Rome, you behave like a Roman. So we had to behave like Romans, and then we obeyed and did what they wanted. So that was why I couldn't capture any moment or the scenes there. And then we dropped it. I took the key to the locker where I kept my phone, and then I sat down and I was busy gisting with my friend. Thanks to God that she was there. And that was it for a couple of minutes. Later I got to our turn. They checked our documents and they said, oh, we should still hold on for a wee while. That's a little while before we would go upstairs. So there will be space for us to go to upstairs. And I'm not even kidding you, this was around maybe a few minutes to 2, and I got in there about 10:15 or 10:12 in the morning. So imagine all the number of hours that I've been there sitting down discussing with my friend and then looking around to see what was going on. So that was it. And even in the process, we saw people who just came, and then you know, it was just as quick connections. Now we know who. So that was it. But then later it got to our turn. They said we should form a queue and go upstairs. We went upstairs, we sat there. The Biola in me, the Shibomi in me was expecting that, oh, okay, when we get upstairs, immediately they will just file us into several rooms for us to get captured, and then we'll get our bodies out of that space. But that was not the case. We still had to sit for some time. They still did their dabaru. I mean, they did, from what I saw, it was like people who had probably paid the staffs to get things done quicker, if you know what I mean, that kind of thing. It was just like that to me. So later it got to our turn, but people were complaining, and the complaint was the fact that when we were downstairs, you called us to get our documents checked by numbers. Now when we got upstairs, you started calling us by names, even though you know that you can't pronounce everybody's name correctly. You now started calling us by name. I'm sure you know what that means. It's just to cover up some kind of shady things, because there is no how you will call someone who is number 250 and then you will now call, no, there's no how you call number 250 ahead of number 230, if you get what I mean. Let's say I am number 250, my watch is number 230. If they were calling by numbers, you know, they will call 230, they will call my watch before they call me. But tell me why they called me before calling my watch. You understand now? So that was what happened, and that happened like 3 times in my presence that I could see. I was disappointed, and that service was so bad, and I feel like that was uncalled for. You should have just called us by numbers. So then I started calling by names. After all, you wouldn't know who is who. You wouldn't know whose number you have called by name. Everybody would just file in and then do what they had to do. So later they called me. If I tell you that the process of getting my face captured, my fingers, was less than 5 minutes. That was the situation. It was less than 5 minutes, and I feel so bad and disappointed because to even tell you this, where I was going to, I didn't know the place. I was using my Google map, right? Immediately I got to the bend where the High Commission was, I knew that's where I'm going. I bet you, because I saw a lot of black people standing in front of the place. So I could assume in my head that those people were Nigerians and they were waiting to get their passports renewed or done. And I mean, that felt like that's the first time I'll be seeing people queue outside of a building because they want to access the building. And I feel like we should do better, to be very, very honest. Number one, I live in Scotland. There is England, there is Wales, and where else? Is it Northern Ireland? Yeah. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't have High Commission offices, Nigerian High Commission offices in those 4 locations. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't have. But they still prefer that everybody should go to London. And I read that they've been trying to access that and see how they can make it easier for people to renew their passports and all. But I feel like it should be like something that should be done ASAP. It should be done ASAP. Nigeria, the government knows that we have a lot of people living in diaspora. We have a lot of people living outside of the country. So why can't we have offices where we can renew our passports everywhere, you know? So that was a case on its own. That's one fault that I'm seeing. That's a case on its own. The second case on its own that got me disappointed was the fact that people who came late got their passport renewal process done before people who came early. That's the second fault I saw. The third fault I saw, which I feel like they were trying to hide a lot of things, was the fact that telling people, adults, to go and keep their phones in a locker. Okay, now 2 things occurred to me. They might want to say, oh, because we don't want people to be distracted, because let's say for instance they are calling me and I'm busy surfing the internet and I was so carried away and they called me, I didn't answer, and I was just there, you know. They might say that's the excuse, but in the real sense of it, I see the excuse as being they don't want people to capture all the processes, how slow it was, how crowded it was. I tell you, that day was a cold day, but immediately I entered into that particular place, I was extremely hot. I was extremely hot because there was no the AC probably wasn't functioning, or maybe there was no AC at all. And I just feel we need to do better, to be very honest. But the highlight of my day was the fact that I was able to get it done. But for my friend, she had name issues. There was a mark in our name. Yeah, a punctuation mark or something. Yeah, there was a mark on the spelling of her name, and that wasn't on our NIN, something of such. So they had to like make things align and let it be the same before they would get it done. So she had to go back to get that done. But thankfully, she's been able to get herself captured. And the funny thing was that they were assuring us that, oh, the process is always very fast. Your passport is going to be out in 2 days. It's over 2 days. It's close to 7 days. And my passport is not here. Yeah, my passport is not here. I'm not offended. I'm not angry, right? I'm not offended or pissed. It's fine. Whenever it comes, it comes. But I just hope it comes on time. And it won't delay any of my own personal flights or trip to anywhere. So that was that. Now let me tell you some things that I felt I did wrongly. For this kind of process, I should have thought about the fact that the cost to have a 10 years passport and the 5 years passport duration, the cost is almost the same. So tell me why I didn't apply for 10 years. Tell me why Olasubomi applied for 5 years. I don't know. So it means that if I get the passport today, in the next 5 years I have to go to London again to go and change my passport, to go and renew it again. So that was a mistake I made on my part, which I think that I would not make anymore. And maybe when my partner and my child wants to renew their own passport, I'll make sure that we don't make that mistake reoccur. So that's that on its own. And the highlight of the day was the fact that we were able to move around from one place to another while we were waiting for our coach to get ready and return us back to our destination. So we went to Peckham, myself and my friend. We went there to eat the popular Amala in Peckham. I was able to film that, and then I'll insert a clip to tell you the facts. Speaking from the logical place, that Amala was a lot for that cost. But you'll see what I mean. It was a lot of meat, a lot of Amala. And then we couldn't even finish our meal. And we also saw suya. We were like, oh my god, suya. I bought suya, I bought the beef and the chicken one. It was a nice trip. At least I was able to feel the air of London, feel the air of another space.
Broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own.
I pray this suya will suya.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own.
Hey guys, I'm sure you enjoyed that video, and with this I've come to the end of today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to pass a comment and like my video if you actually did. And till next time, stay blessed, stay loved. I love you. Mwah.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun.